Oh, sorry. Why did I think I needed to hold on?
That's a whole bottle of wine already.
It's a small bottle, Rachel! I know my favorite.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Which one is it?
Which one is yours? We should say it at the same time.
Hi, I'm Rachel, and welcome back to Auxhart Gardening. This is Christa, and today we are doing a Tipsy Pickle Tasting.
Yes.
And so I made a bunch of pickles this year from my garden with different spice mixes, and I'm trying to figure out which base spice mix I want to be like the spice mix that I go to every year for my pickles. So I started with kind of a basic, this is kind of always in pickles kind of spice mix, and that's the base. And then I added different sets of spices based on kind of what I thought would go well together. And I have 5 tests on top of the base. So we are going to drink our wine and taste some pickles and let you guys know what the best pickle spice mix is. Okay, let's start with the base. So the base spice that I started with is black pepper, dill seed, garlic, coriander seed, mustard, allspice, bay leaves, and chili flakes. And that is in all of them. And that is also everything that's in this one. So all of the rest of these have that plus whatever is on their cards. It's like a pretty standard tasting pickle.
Mm-hmm. I approve.
I think you're gonna be pretty hard pressed to find a pickle you don't approve of.
Fair. Very fair. So then what is different about our first one?
So the first test one has everything above and also fennel, cinnamon, and cloves in it. So it should be kind of like a warmer spiced pickle.
I feel like I need to try one of the bases in between all of these.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good
Okay.
thing to do. Still very pickly, but I think the cinnamon is like the overwhelming flavor.
I would agree. I think I slightly prefer the base.
Mm-hmm. How's the crunchiness level of the pickles?
Okay. So I make my own pickles, but I make quick pickles. So I haven't had many like store-bought legitimate pickles in a while. So I have a hard time testing these pickles to like a crunchiness of a regular pickle. I don't know. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I think they have a good crunch, but I'm probably the worst person to ask.
Okay. Because I tried a new to me pickling method with these.
Mm-hmm.
So normally you would, when you pickle something and you're canning it, you would boil it for like a set period of time, and that makes it sterile and everything's fine. But with pickles, because the vinegar and the acidity is so high, you can actually can them at a lower temperature. But it's a struggle to keep the canner at the right temperature, because if you're just boiling something, it's at boiling temperature.
Yeah.
So if you have an electric canner, then you can do this and it's super easy. But since I'm poor and I do not have an electric canner or the space for an electric canner, I struggled through this. So I'm like trying to see if it's worth it.
Okay.
I might actually have real pickles in my.
Ooh. They were
We can pull these out for the very last
Okay.
test.
Well, can I do a test of the crunch?
Yeah.
Okay. So these are Ogle's hamburger dill chips, and it says Big Crunch. So I'm trusting that these are crunchy boys.
I am pretty sure that these store-bought pickles have like extra stuff in them to specifically make them crunchy. Will you give me one?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Oh, good.
So this is the crunch comparison. I'm gonna put this down here. We don't need to look at it. We're not sponsored.
That is very crunchy pickle. But I
It's like it's squeaky crunchy.
yeah.
I'm gonna try half of one of my base pickles now for an immediate crunch test.
I don't actually have any pickles done the old way to test this against. I think they're like similarly crunchy, to be honest.
I would say so. I think part of that is because these are a little bit thicker though. I wonder if they were thinner, if they wouldn't be as crunchy, but because they're thick, I feel like they have a really good crunch. I don't know if that's logical, but that's my theory.
That makes sense. I don't know. I didn't
Yeah.
make them thick for any specific reason other than that looked like the right thickness for a pickle chip.
Yeah, I think it looks great. Okay, so are we ready for
Test spice number 2.
test 2?
This is the base plus star anise and celery seed.
Ooh.
Don't ask me the logic in putting these together. I just kind of sniffed stuff and was like, yeah, that seems good together.
That's a good experiment. Okay.
That one's also sweeter.
What is in that one? Interesting. I kind of like that one.
Yeah.
That one's kind of funky. In a good way.
Yeah, it's definitely nowhere near basic pickle tasting.
Mm-mm. Yeah, I should say the pickles that I make at home are very non-traditional pickles, I think, because they're like a tangy pickle. So it's like the most basic recipe where you just put white wine vinegar and sugar. So they're sweet and they're a little tangy. But yeah, they're very different. But I'm enjoying these a lot. I love my pickles.
Okay, sip of wine, base pickle. I can definitely feel that wine hitting me now. So, third test spice.
Yes.
This one is the base plus cardamom, fennel, and ginger.
Okay.
And this is powdered ginger. I did not use fresh ginger root for this. The only fresh spice in all of this is the garlic.
Okay. I love ginger, so I have high hopes. Okay.
That's nice.
That is nice. That one's even funkier than the one before.
Are you sure?
I think so. I think this is maybe my current favorite though.
Okay.
What do you think?
I think, yeah, I do like it better than the first two for sure.
Okay.
I would say it's more funky.
That's fair.
I don't know why I just cut that in half.
I don't know, but I immediately followed what you did.
I think the base is still my favorite. Number 4. This is the base plus everything. So star anise, celery seed, fennel, cinnamon, cloves, cardamom, and ginger.
Ooh.
This is a grab bag of everything you can put in a pickle jar. Immediately that cinnamon hits you. Or as you're like breathing to put it in your mouth.
This one seems like a lot spicier.
I may not have been so consistent with the chili flakes.
I really like that. I changed my mind. This one is my favorite.
Wow.
Because it's a little spicier.
Okay.
It has a lot happening, but I think it's really good.
Yeah, I think I'm finding out that I want to leave cinnamon out. But the rest of it I like, I think.
Okay. I can see that. Yeah.
So we have one more to test. And so I had way too many cucumbers, right? And pickles take like 3 weeks minimum before you can like eat them and they're pickled. So I had to pickle a lot more cucumbers before I knew the results of this test. So this one is what I think should be the winning combination, just without even tasting anything else. So this is black pepper, dill seed, coriander, mustard, allspice, bay leaves, sugar rush peach pepper flakes in place of the chili flakes, garlic, and celery seed.
Ooh.
Don't forget your base in between.
Okay. I have high hopes for this one. That base is really good though.
It's a really, really solid pickle. Right? I don't like that one as much as the base.
What do you think it is?
Maybe I don't like celery seed?
Well, did you have... Let's see. What else is in this one that's not in the others? Mustard?
Mustard's in all of them.
Oh.
All of this I think is in.
Okay.
Celery seed might be the biggest difference.
Was there only celery seed in our first not
There's
base?
only celery seed in this one.
Okay.
And this one.
Okay. I would maybe agree with that.
Yeah.
That celery seed has so far been my celery seed and the cinnamon a little bit. I think I could enjoy some cinnamon pickles, but I don't think I would enjoy a cinnamon pickle as my like regular pickle that I ate all the time. If that makes sense.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Kind of sad that I thought celery seed was like gonna be the standard pickle ingredient I wanted.
I mean, isn't that more traditional though?
I have no idea.
Oh.
I don't know. So like the base spice that I got, I looked at a bunch of different websites, and this was the stuff that was mentioned over and over again.
Yeah.
And from there, I picked out stuff that like was mentioned less often. And last year, my pickles had fennel seed in them because I didn't have star anise for a specific recipe, and everybody loved the fennel seed pickles.
Yeah.
But there's no fennel seed in this one.
Okay. Was there fennel in any of them?
There's fennel in the first one and the fourth one.
Okay.
And the third one.
Okay. I'm not so good at like being able to distinguish like each spice that you put in there, you know? Like
It's probably because you haven't smelled them all.
yeah.
I was out there like sticking my nose in all of them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Also, if you're hoping at the end of this video that there's a recipe with exact proportions, I cannot help you. I took a coffee filter and my spice bottles, and I was like, some of this and some of this. And when the coffee filter was full, I tied it up with a rubber band and put it in my brine.
This is how Rachel cooks.
Yeah. I'm just like, that looks like enough.
This is not how I cook because I don't know enough. But
it's not like I know more than
it's
you.
like an intuition though, you know? Like I feel like there's a couple things, if I've done them a ton, that I can use my intuition with. But like as a general, like if I'm doing something for the first time, my intuition is not helping me.
I mean, who knows if my intuition actually helped me here.
I think they were good.
Okay, are you ready to choose an actual favorite?
I know my favorite.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Which one is it?
Which one is yours? We should say it at the same time.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, you ready? We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, and then say it.
Okay.
1, 2, 3,
4.
face.
I really liked 4. I think the thing about 4 that really pulled my heart is that it's a little bit spicier than the others.
That might be an accident.
Yeah, and even if it's an accident, it's a very happy accident. I don't know about you, but the spice really drew me in. So what would you think about the base with more spice? Do you think the base
I
is
would like that. I would like the
Yeah.
base with just a touch more spice.
Yeah.
I feel like the base, you cannot tell that I actually added the chili flakes to it.
Okay. So if you made another batch, what is your current recipe that you think you would do?
If I was going to do another batch,
Yeah.
I would do this base, but just with more chili flakes. So I would do the black pepper, dill seed, garlic, coriander, mustard, allspice, bay leaves, and then a healthy dose of the chili flakes.
Yeah.
Also, it could just be like, so the chili flakes are from the garden, and my peppers last year were very inconsistent in their spiciness. So
I think if I changed anything, I would probably take the fennel seed out because I feel like I couldn't tell as much in this one because there was a lot happening.
yeah.
But in the other ones, I feel like I didn't enjoy that quite as much personally, and then I would probably also take the cinnamon out.
Yeah, I would take the cinnamon out of everything. Or maybe do less, because like
Yeah.
I had an entire stick of cinnamon in this one, and that's probably way too much.
Yeah.
Cinnamon has this like overwhelming flavor. I've been told that you can put cinnamon in your spice mix for vegetable broth, and I tried that
Interesting.
because it's supposed to be a savory spice, but it's not sweet on its own. You're just only used to having
Okay,
the sweet stuff.
I'm conditioned to think that cinnamon sugar is the only cinnamon.
Yeah, it's technically a savory spice, so like,
Okay.
but I find it so overwhelming that I like that conditioning you're talking about.
Yeah.
I don't think that I can have it in a savory dish normally. Well, like it works really well in the tikka masala, And I buy special cinnamon for that. It's not cassia.
Mm.
It's not Ceylon with the C-E-Y. But it's like whatever that third one is. I don't know. I found it in an Indian cookbook. But like cinnamon works really well in Indian cooking.
Mm.
But I don't like it in my vegetable broth, and so far I don't like it in pickles.
That's fair. Yeah. All right, well, I got you your favorite and me my favorite. We should cheers our pickles. Cheers. You're leading this thing, babe. I don't know anything. I can't grab it.
Look.
Do you want this in the shot, out of the shot?
The bottle? Out, because...
We're not sponsored, that's why. Okay.